Zone full with lost hoes, keep the Glock close, case a nigga try to meet me at the crossroads. Sheesh, made it out the mud to the top floor. Upscale hood, baby, shop at Costco. Small, but I'm hard like a gallstone. Back against the wall, let it ring like a wall phone. I let it purr in the cat fight. Light skin, but a nigga ain't half white. Every beat I'm on is a crash site. 7 years old when my dad died, no cap. My experience was serious. Get reary around a myriad of niggas that's amphibious. I had to learn to keep my circle small, nigga, period. Savages, law evidence, hard to grapple with. Ravenous, ghetto fabulous, well established. Catalyst with every daddies is who be the maddest when you ain't doing bad as well. Hey, look, big fat slim chance that I rock with ya. Ice cold with the stick like a popsicle. 5 kids, I'm fertile. If you ever touch a bro shells in your back, Ninja Turtle. Cowabunga, don't ever succumb to a lame nigga selling you dreams. Mirror, mirror on the wall, I'm the fierce of them all. But them a nigga out here realer than a. Yeah. Mirror, mirror on the wall, I'm the fierce of them all. But them a nigga out here realer than the queen. Hell yeah. Use a hoe. Yeah. Use a hoe. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-dum.
Queen.
Sacrificing sleep for my dreams. Sailing across the atlas, this shit deeper than some streams. Everything ain't what it seems, and I'm reading in between, translating frequencies from ethereal beings. I can walk through the streets and remain unseen. My protection on a beam, my direction 7 seas. Cinematic tendencies, currencies infinite on some classic type shit. So consistent with the hits, cosmic message on the lips. Clearly heaven never miss. Crucial metamorphosis, I swear I died 1,000 times, but still I rise by the power of Most High. I heard legends never die, but we bound to the crown. That motherfucker heavy than 1,000 evil eyes. Getting stronger with my boundaries, cause my spirit is the prize. And my soul is as vibrant as the moon on summer nights. And my mind is a dive into all that's divine. Sacred scribe, watching Gemini rise. When I was born, I loved my mama womb so much that I was trying to hold on. I had problems with the breath, cause my spirit never left. I survived 1,000,000 threats, projections aimed at my neck, death sentence to my success, abuse of my innocence, transmuting the bullshit, speak life on my lineage, protecting women and kids, raising respectful men, honoring the land, keeping the sacred, infusing the planet with healing and presence, wisdom of ancients, pumping through my veins, scream my ancestors' names, we ain't here to play, coming for every fucking thing you ripped from my kin and them, multiply that shit by 10, can't quantify my existence. I am an uncompromised transmission in this holographic realm of those addicted to the gram. My heart chakra bleeds for those in need of connection. You magnetize all your blessings when you lead with intention, and you lean into forgiveness, and you see all you've been given, and you amplify your mission with compassion for your lessons, giving grace to your versions that's in need of the healing, saving space for potential cause your growth has no ceilings. And now I'm building you up cause you are my reflection. I feel collective fear and pain, and I can't answer all those questions, but we all know the problem, and we cry for solutions. We didn't watch all our legends up and die for the truth. Strange fruit, tongue-tied for our lives by the noose. I will no longer be silent, but those who deny our truth, fulfilling the prophecy, feeling the potency of a black woman near her prime. What a joy it is to see. Every win for my sis is a W for me. Reflecting my inner light, is it W or me? No double cup, just tea. Pour libations up for me. When I bounce out this bitch at the altar, sing my name. Leave me raspberry leaf. Fill my cup up for me. Play my voice over the seas. Lava for eternity. Lava is eternity.
Shimim Hotep, Shimim Ra, Ashe. Uncle Jobs and Neeb Senepti, Ashe. We give thanks for the verbal elixir and divine frequency of Lava God. Just know if you're hearing my voice, you are the new deity. You are the Neteru. You are the Orisha. You are the Vedic. You are the Mayan, Aztec. You are the Akan, the Dogon. All that is God is in you. So we lack nothing. Give thanks.
Hey. Yes, sir. Hey. Look. My wealth in abundance. My cup runneth over. I'm glad I get paid for my face on a poster, but not for rewarding police and enforcers. I know I'ma make it. Every day I get closer. These niggas hate on me, but that's free promotion. I'd probably be dead if I didn't know the motives. My life is amazing. Every day I feel chosen. In the words of Jill Scott, I'm living my life like it's golden. Texas T is what I'm pulling. HL is what I'm throwing. Premium is what I'm rolling. I'm moving so slow that I feel like I'm loading. I press all the buttons, she said I'm controlling. I fly like I'm floating, I'm no longer hoping. This shit my reality. I'm trying to turn family and friends into faculty. I died before I let them shackle me. In the field couldn't nobody tackle me. On the court couldn't nobody hold me. I take heed and advantage cause that's what the elders and OGs told me. I stood on that block in the cold with no money or product to push. My big cousin almost had a bird, but he fell for the one in the bush. Gutter swishing and fill it with kush. I'm running low so I smoked out the pack. Big broke off from jail through Securus, but I missed the call and couldn't even cut back. I can see him right now on his rack. The city at war and we on the attack. My little cousin crippin', he said that I was spinning, I told him don't lack. These days it's too hard to relax. If I sell it, I'm probably gon' tax. I ran that shit up to the max. Metal arms on me like jacks. Roll it back, then I coat it with wax. I need my paper like facts. I used to punch niggas for coming to my people's side of the tracks. I know some niggas who went out to slide, but when know what the draw, they ain't make it back. If I told you something and you didn't listen, well, hey, it ain't much I can say to that. It's hard to find love, but nowadays it's so easy to find where the evil and hatred at. Boy, you ain't official. Fuck all of that cloud in your facial tap. About me that had blood on your welcome mat. Death to a snake and a rat. Like a poacher, I'm killing a cat. No cap, I'm removing my hat. These my brothers like we in the frat. My slime had a 38, but he ain't go to the NBA draft. So now he just work on his craft. The devil put hoes in my boat, but God gave me a raft. I did so much dirt that I had to go home just to take a bath. Dealing with money was high, improved in math. And before I was on it, I already knew my path. For all of them days I was walking to work, I'ma do the dash. I thought it was wild, let's put it, but somebody found where it was and went through my stash. My nigga been spinning since early 2000. I call him Cyclone like your baby bash. I saw so much powder when I was a kid, but it wasn't the type for a diaper rash. Me and my brothers, I struggled together, so what's mine is his when it come to cash. What's done in the dark will eventually come to light without the flash. I'm strapped just in case I crash, moving fast. If it's too good to be true, it won't last. The space between me and them is vast. These niggas broke actors like a cast. Catch a op, Jimmy Neutron got a blast. My future made me forget my past. The realest has been revealed at last.
Music is frequency programming. Music is frequency. What frequency are you being fed? If I play with those frequencies, right, I can target certain parts of the mind, target the frequency to go to certain parts of the mind. Or if I want you to go into a meditative state, I can make my music do that.
This is medicine music, prescription of frequency with a dose is influenced by the state of the culture lacking some nourishment. Hella deficient of love, they needed encouragement, but taught to get numb off the drugs. Started to notice the loose screws, 10 of my toolbox, cause how can you mend an issue when you got a bruised heart and mentally been scarred, physically been barred, ready for rebirth, but spiritually it's been hard. Let me take you through some steps that I done learned, loved one, cause it don't happen overnight, this healing's earned, loved one. It come with practice, releasing
blocking your distractions, setting healthy boundaries and managing attachments. We made in God's image, but we started walking backwards when we gave away our power by submitting to a master. Then they pimped our infrastructure, changed the pricing in the package. Told you if you want it back, it's in blood cause they attacking. If you want to free your mind and free your spirit from the toxic, gotta vow to kill the poison of the stakes that's in your garden. Only giving your attention to the things that bring you honor. Keep your vibe sucker free and your circle free from drama. Shit, life crazy when you really think about it. And shit could get wicked if you really ain't moving solid. I'm praying you don't risk your whole life just for $1. And you conquer your demons before you end up getting conquered. So I gift you this medicine music. Yeah, I gift you this medicine music. Feel like I needed an umbrella for the rain, cause life was handing lemons, so I made some lemonade. You can sit with this medicine music. Belly of the beast to swallow you up for profit. Call it capital gains and they ain't even lifting proper. I aim to break the cycle my grandma passed to my mama, cause the DNA carry generational wealth and trauma. Encoded with a message, unfolding to your blessings. If you walk in your purpose, you can heal your family lineage. Work smart so I can leverage all of this time invested. Sing about me when I go, I lived everything I was destined. Victory over obstacles, 2020 my opticals. Cutting out all distractions, applying knowledge, I got the tools. Lesson learned that I got it, you junior die. Spark the fuse, step die. Spark the fuse, no way, I'ma lose this weight. I carry heavy, but my ancestors heavier. Thought I was moving steady, but now I'm moving steadier. Gave my burdens to God, and now I'm feeling merrier. Got my eye on a lover, imagining I can marry her. And now it's come a time where you gotta pick a side, or whether or not you gon' contribute to Earth's demise, or if you gon' be one of them ones that embody light. Cause the future gon' be fucked up if the kids can't live their life. So I offer you medicine music. Yeah, I get you this medicine music. Yeah, ayy. Feel like I needed an umbrella for the rain, cause life was handing lemons, so I made some lemonade. You can sit with this medicine music. I gift you this medicine music. Yeah.
The brain processes information electrically. It communicates with a cellular structure electrically, and it operates within a certain band of frequency. Frequency.
Yeah. I had to elevate my mental. I got up off my ass and pressed the gas on my potential. I tamed my temptations, now I'm taking care of my temple. I pull up to the function, skip the line, I'll show credentials. They know I'm presidential. Everything monumental when you recognize your moment. See, I built it on my own, so ain't no question if I own it. They used to laugh, call me alone, and now they ask for a loan. See, my ex said I wouldn't succeed. I plant my feet and now I grown. See, I used to be a stoner, now I'm high off life. I'm up high in plain sight, just hopped off a flight. Me and Hunt OT, now they gotta raise the price, cause I invested in myself and made it back overnight. Dog, we all fall short, don't give a fuck about your height. In America, do you wrong, so you better know your rights. See, they do it for attention, I just follow intuition. I'm on a mission, why they missing? I ain't difficult, I'm different. Ooh. Nah, I can't settle. See, I bet it on myself, now everything getting better. Nah, I can't settle. They want me to come down, told them meet me on my level. Nah, I can't settle. See, I was low, now I'm on higher level. And they keep asking how I did it, dog, I'm special. I'm just special. If life's a marathon, I deserve a medal. Yeah, nah, I can't settle. See, I was low, now I'm on higher level. And they keep asking how I did it, dog, I'm special. I'm just special. If life's a marathon, with my gold medal. See, I used to try to force it, now I flow with it. They threw dirt up on my name, but now I grow with it. I used to wait up on my blessing, now I go get it. I'm done waiting, done debating. If God tests me, let him grade me. This that top shelf flow, yeah, I'm way out your reach. Used to choose between shoes, now I tell them give me each. But I don't brag about no fashion, cause I ain't one for the flash. Used to sag, now I'm a grown man. I keep my belt fast and had so much on my plate. But then I started fasting, then I started meditating, then I started levitating. This that self-knowledge, black man educated, could've been in that cell. Now every day a celebration. Now these days I practice celibacy and focus on development. And I ain't really emotional, I'm just emotionally intelligent. Shawty call me selfish cause I don't focus on my betterment. These days I'm I'm on a higher level. No, I can't settle. Whoa. Nah, I can't settle. See, I bet it on myself. Now everything getting better. Nah, I can't settle. They want me to come down. Told them meet me on my level. Nah, I can't settle. See, I was low, now I'm on higher level. And they keep asking how I did it, dog, I'm special. If life's a marathon, I deserve a medal. Yeah, nah, I can't settle. See, I was low, now I'm on higher level. And they keep asking how I did it, dog, I'm special. If life's a marathon, want my gold medal. Yeah.
Surf while never leaving Earth. 10 toes firmly planted in the dirt for what it's worth. See my life flash before my eyes a couple times. So I'd be lying if I said I don't believe in the divine. For reasons we can't find, the truth will probably blow our minds. This energy in the universe send chills down your spine. Had a talk with a goddess about human design. Pull my code to how I need to get my chakras aligned. Gotta break some bad habits, it's addition by subtraction. Move away from bad actors, trying to leech off your action. It's the laws of attraction, gotta see it before it happens. Gotta believe it with a passion, then receive this beautiful madness. Find a pattern in the chaos, their assessment was way off. You build it from the ground up, you own it, so ain't no layoffs. Your energy is equity, cashing on your day off. Hope to reach a couple souls, it's all a part of the payoff.
Peace and blessings, star seeds. Peace and blessings. Welcome to Pranoia Star Seed Podcast. Thank you for tapping in for a little midday motivation. I am the goddess Rael. If you have never been here, this is Pranoia Star Seed Podcast. Pranoia means that the universe is always conspiring in your favor, no matter what. Peace, Cuzzo. Thank you for tapping in. You know I love to see your name and your beautiful face. Thank you for tapping in. Yes. Oh, hey, beautiful Diana. Yay. I'm so glad to see you. Thank you for tapping in. Thank you, guys. You know, I don't normally do it this early, but Spirit has been bringing me to Pranoia pretty early lately. So here I am. I hope you guys are keeping cool in this crazy, crazy hot weather. Yes, I'm glad you made it too. Thank you so much for tapping in. Again, this is Pranoia, you guys. If you have never been here, please hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you know when we are live. And believe it or not, for some reason, I am nervous. I don't know why. Most times when I come on the show and it's not like poetry or something, I'm not nervous. But today, look at me, I'm stumbling over my words. But anyway, I wanted to come on here because the last midday check-in, I was talking about what I really want to focus on this season, which is healing. And it's not healing in the sense of, oh, let's just go heal, kumbaya. It's healing on each and every level. We talked about me, myself, and I the last time I was here, and me being the physical form, myself being the mental, and I being spirit. And I'll do a quick breakdown again of why that assessment came as it did, because when we talk to others, or if someone's talking about us, we will refer to ourselves as me. Are you talking about me? Right? When we talk about speaking to ourselves, someone may say, who are you talking to? You say, oh, I'm just talking to myself. Right? So you're having a mental conversation. And then the I, the grand you, the bigger you, the you within the you is the I. So, and that is your spiritual self. And when you think about it, spirit can use me and myself in the same sentence. It can say, I can take care of me. I can take care of myself. But who is that taking care of you? It is your spirit. It's your inner self. And it starts with an I. So it is your inner self. It is your I. It is you. Right? And we have to nurture and heal ourselves on more than just one level. The world we're living in right now is very superficial. And it's always been kind of that way. It's just getting worse and worse, I believe, as time goes on, where the external has become more important than the internal. And I think that at this point in the evolution of our planet, it's important that we get reacquainted with our internal and start to do things in the manner. Oh, Nigeria, thank you for tapping in. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you. Thank you. So it's time for us to go back to the basics. And the basics is who we truly are. And that's the I, right? The spiritual self. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. And I know that you may have heard this before, but everything is spiritual. Everything that happens in your life is to benefit the I in the long term, the who you truly are. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for tapping in. I appreciate it. Absolutely. So you got me, you got myself, and you got the I. So we heal the spirit. We have to heal the mind as well as the body. And a lot of times we get caught up on the body and don't go inward. So on the 16th, we will have Dr. Abina Berry, who is a psychologist. She will be in the building. And I believe that we will start with some mental healing on pronoia, as well as we've had Smart Video Girl, who is our self-mastery guru, and she also speaks of the mind, right? So I came here to say that it's important to remember all of us needs to be aligned. And when I say all of us, I'm not talking external. I'm talking all of you. Everything within you needs to be aligned, needs to be healed, needs to be nurtured. A lot of times we are looking for what we need from ourselves externally. People are looking for love, yet they don't love themselves. People are looking for partnership, but they don't even like spending time with themselves. People are looking for friendships, but they are not even friends with themselves. So I'm going to, let me just clean up this comment area real quick. Boop. All right. So I say all that to say, you have to remember that you, the I in you is your spirit, but it needs the me and myself in agreement. So your body. A lot of us know that, we go to work every day, we got kids, we got things going on, and we really don't have the time to go to the gym, right? We don't have time to take a long walk. We don't have time to go into nature. But when we don't do it, what we do is we disconnect from the body. And we tell the body it's not important. And so the body starts to break down. When you don't move, when you don't take care of your body cannot take care of you. It cannot hold the myself or the I. So you can see why all parts of you are important to nourish. The mental, what we tell ourselves over and over again, it repeats, right? But it's not just what we tell ourselves that repeats. What we tell ourselves is what we see in the world. So we say we don't want things, but we keep saying it over and over in our minds because we're not paving a new path. Excuse me, y'all, my mouth is super dry today. Okay. And the new path is a new way of thinking. What is it that we desire? Why do we desire what we desire? And where does this desire come from? So the title of this show was Unbecoming Everything You Are Not, so who you are can just be. That means unraveling all of the titles, all of the things we've been called and been told we are and who we believe we are, based on experiences versus based on who we truly are inside. A lot of us have had negative experiences in this life, right? Because we're human, things happen. We come in contact with people who are on different vibrations than us. We go through our cycles and we learn our lessons. But the thing about when we learn our lessons is that sometimes we don't unpack those lessons. We just keep moving with those lessons. And when we do that, we don't truly heal ourselves. We don't bring it to the forefront to say, what is it? Look at it, examine it, unpack it, so it doesn't become a part of who we are. You know, this body is clothing, but every time we put on another layer of clothes, we add to the clothing that we have covering our soul, right? So if I put on a shirt, then I put on a jacket, then I put on a hoodie, I'm starting to get hot because I keep adding these layers of things that are not mine, other people's stuff, putting all these different layers on that don't belong to me because of experiences that I've had, that I say that I've healed through, but really I've just become a bag lady. I've become a person carrying all these different, you're wearing all your clothes at one time. You ever seen somebody who does not have a home? They sometimes tend to wear all their clothes at one time. And it's because you don't have anywhere to lay it, right? And that's where the healing comes in. We have to release these things so we're not carrying them around because we can't see them, but they are on us. And the thing about the things we can't see doesn't mean others can't see it in us. It shows up in the way that we show up, right? It shows up in the way that we talk to each other. It shows up in the way that we talk to ourselves. I'll give you an example of baggage that I personally held on to for a long time, and I didn't even realize it until later, much later in life. And it wasn't even mine. I remember being out with my friend, and she was much taller than me. Okay. I've always been kind of like a tall in my mind girl. But my friend, she's like 5'9", 5'11", somewhere between 5'9" and 5'11". She's tall, way taller than me. Slim, fits the bill of a model, right? So we're out and we're in line at a Busta Rhymes concert. And I remember there was a recruiter for some modeling company that we've all heard of, you know, those when they be hiring people on the streets to go out and recruit models and bring them in and all that good stuff. So the guy came up and we're standing there and he's like, oh, I'd like to sign you up to be a model. And my friend looked at me, she was like, oh, no, thank you. You know, because she wasn't really into that. But she was like, oh, but my friend, you know, I think she would be a beautiful model. And he was like, no, she's too short. It was that small little thing. And now, mind you, I'm 18 years old. Yeah, I was going to see Busta Rhymes and Beyonce, okay, in Baltimore, I believe. And that one thing from somebody I did not know stuck in my mind for the longest time, right? And there were people that I met along the way who was like, oh, you should, you know, do this or do this kind of modeling or that. And all I could think was, I can't be no model. I can't be no model. And over time, I almost forgot even where that thought came from. It was a conditioning that I told myself based on something somebody told me a long time ago. Somebody who didn't even matter. Somebody I didn't even know. Somebody I can't even remember their name. planted a seed that I allowed to grow in my life to hold me from opportunities that I thought I was not good enough for because someone else, one person. And it feels so ridiculous at this point in my life because there's not really much anybody can say at this point in my life that would kind of take me off of who I am. But then one person, you know that thing of salt, if you pour all that salt in your hand and took 1 gram of that salt off, that was that one person, and all this salt in my hand, and that 1 grain of salt threw me off. And I didn't even know that I had let that seed grow in the back of my mind of doubt. Because see, the thing about negative opinions or negative input is that we listen to that more than we listen to the positive. There have been several people who had asked me to do modeling gigs for this or that. And when I was growing up, what? And I was like, no, I cannot model. In my mind, it was just there. I had let it sit there. I had let it grow roots. I let it grow a whole tree. It had shade on it. It had apples and everything. I let it become my truth. So now, once I realized it, I had to sit with myself. I had to confront myself about this truth I had let grown in my garden so big. It had grown fruit. It has become the staple. I had to ask myself, where did this come from? And a lot of times we don't want to go to the root. And the root wasn't even the guy who told me I couldn't. It was the fact that I would let someone I did not know plant a seed in my garden. And it was because I was young, I was naive, I was not aware of self, of how important I was to me, that my opinion mattered more than anyone external to me. I was not aware of that. I thought because he had a clipboard in his hand and some names that his opinion mattered more than mine. And the problem with that is it continued throughout my life. And I'm sure it's happened to us where we've allowed different people to come into our lives and plant seeds in our garden that we didn't ask for. We've nurtured trees that should have never grown. And now, when we see it, a lot of us continue to water that tree. Why? Because it's there now. It's there. But you can do something about it. Yep, it's called an axe. It's called a saw. It's called rewriting your mind. You don't have to water that tree anymore. You don't have to plant that seed. You don't have to believe in that seed. You don't have to allow that to grow in your garden. You can be whoever it is that you came here to be without anyone else's judgment being passed on you as your truth. You have to believe that, though. And you do that by reprogramming your mind, by believing that what you know about yourself is more important than what others may think about you. What you know is more important than others think. Nobody knows you like you know you. Nobody's been through what you've been through. Nobody knows when you cried. Nobody knows when you're the most happiest. Nobody knows you like you. A lot of times, since we were kids, we've been conditioned. Yes, we've been conditioned since children that even the adults know better than us. Everybody knows better than us. But can I tell you that that's not true? There are children out here that know better than some adults. And honestly, we know right from wrong very early on. The things that our parents should teach us or should have taught us. Yes, They are morally, guided. But ourselves, we should be building ourselves and knowing ourselves and tapping into ourselves and defining ourselves, not allowing anyone, even your parents, because as much as they know you, they don't know you. Only you know those private conversations you have with yourself. Only you know the conversations you have with the divine. So sometimes we have to strip ourselves of all of everyone else's garments, everybody else's stuff that they told us we were, that they told us we should be. Then we have to strip ourselves of all of the false processing that we have done to ourselves. We have conditioned ourselves to believe. So that means when those thoughts come into your head, you have to teach yourself how to take those thoughts and say, you hear them, and now move them on around and change that thought. So if the thought is, I can't do that, why is that thought? Why are you having that thought? Where is it coming from? If you've already resolved that, then now it's time to speak, I can do this. When that thought comes in, you have to, honestly, you are your biggest enemy. The inside of you will show up on the outside of you. So if you don't think you can do it, people on the outside of you are going to start, she can't do that. Because the inner me can sometimes be your enemy. And it will show up external to you. All of the wounds, all of the things you say to yourself that you think nobody else can hear, the universe hears it. It constructs these different mazes in your life that you go through in order to keep confronting these falsities about yourself. That's why we keep cycling back through different lessons. Sometimes we'll be like, dang, didn't I learn this lesson? But it may be something deeper you need to learn. There may still be some woundedness that needs to be healed in the way you think of yourself. When we go to school, it's important for us to get good grades, right? And if we don't get good grades, we start to tell ourselves that we are not smart. Something is wrong with me. Why is everybody else getting good grades? Why is everybody else able to be conditioned in this way? This is really what you're saying is, why is everybody else able to be conditioned in this way and I am not? You got to start looking at yourself and giving yourself more praise and understand and honor who you are. There were things, I wasn't I was a C student. I got through school, but my mind was never really on school. I've always been very spiritual. My mind was never really on school. I'd be in school thinking about all kinds of other things. Did that make me less than the person next to me? No, it made me uniquely who I was. It wasn't any external judging, no test, no teacher, no one external to me could really change who I was. Yes, you can sit down and take a test, and I could take a test, and we can know who learned better, right? At this, who was paying attention. But that doesn't mean you're dumb. Doesn't mean you're not smart. It just means you were not paying attention. You see how the world will condition us to believe one thing based on something so simple as we learn differently. We think differently. Maybe we're all not built to be in a schoolhouse all day sitting in one spot learning. Maybe some of us learn differently. Life will make you feel like if you can't fly, something's wrong with you, but you a fish. So what that he's a bird? Of course he can fly. You get it? You have to be you. And we have to take these masks off. So many of us carry, again, the weight of other people's words, the weight of other people's thoughts, the weight of other people. And it's their projections. It comes from their own insecurities about how they feel about themselves. A lot of the times, that's where it's coming from. It is not about you. A lot of times, people are talking to themselves. They're saying the things to you, how they feel about themselves. They don't feel good enough. So they tell you you're not good enough. Or they make fun of what you want to do because they are too afraid to do what they want to do. We have to strip ourselves of the conditioning. In human design, it's deconditioning, right? You have to decondition, and it takes 7 years to decondition in the human design. I know it takes time to strip this away. But in this age, where everything is going to start unveiling itself, the reason it's unveiling externally is because internally things are being unveiled to you. Yes, there is an awakening going on within you, and that is why there's an awakening going on externally. That's why the world is changing, because we are changing. Nothing happens without our collective consciousness being intact. We give it power. We power the system. This is why your attention is so important. This is why they market things to you, right? They sell things through marketing, because your attention, wherever you're thinking about, that's where you're going to put your money, your currency, your energy, your thoughts, your everything. So our minds, our bodies, our souls, they belong to us. What we choose to do with them should be up to us. I understand we all have to make a paycheck. We all have to live day to day. We all have to have somewhere to live. But if we collectively start to take back our energy, meaning start to focus on ourselves within, once you become a better person, and you think about this, you come to Pronoia and you feel motivated, you go outside and you start talking about, self-motivation and human design, and maybe you come across somebody who never heard of it, and they go home and they look it up and they start digging into their stuff and they start talking to their family members, right? Something's going on over here. I don't know. Let's delete. Okay. Sorry. You spread it. You spread it just like the negativity spreads in this world. We spread the positivity. But it happens by truly being your authentic self. When you are healed, people can see that on you. And you know what people really want right now? To be whole, to be authentic, to be themselves, to be able to live in a way that they are themselves. And they learn that we have to now see. We have never seen it before. We see everybody been hustling and bustling and doing all of these things to get ahead. And we've been conditioned to believe that is how we get ahead. So now it's time for the star seeds, the light beings, the healers to come to the forefront and start showing people how it's really done. And it really is done by healing on all 3 levels. They talk about the Trinity, right? You are the Trinity. Within yourself is the Trinity. The Holy Spirit lives within you. That intuition, that inner teacher, that little voice that speaks to you, that tells you it's time to move on from places, when it tells you to step out on these certain dreams, it's very slight. It's very light. It's not as heavy as everybody else's voice around you. It's not as heavy as the bills that come in the mail. But it's just as important. It's even more important. Yes, you have to listen to that inner voice. It is your guide. It is your first guide. A lot of us are looking for gods outside of us because we don't believe that God resides within us. We don't go into the internal and ask. We start looking externally. And this is why we are healing out of order. When you heal your spirit, that means you start to heal on a dimension you cannot see. That is where everything exists. So if you heal where everything comes from, it becomes easier to heal the other parts of you. The mind and the body, they exist here on earth. But the spirit exists in a whole nother realm. And if you can go in and sit with yourself. So this is my number one recommendation for if you want to heal your spirit. There are people out here who cannot sit with themselves. And I'm not saying sit and listen to a motivation speaker. I'm not saying sit and listen to God Israel. I'm saying sit with yourself in silence. No distractions. You don't have to close your eyes if you don't want to. You don't have to meditate in that way, but be with yourself. And if you really want to heal, be with yourself for extended amount of time. Being alone for an extended amount of time allows you to restore your own energy, not someone else's, not anyone else around you. Every time we are in proximity to others, we take on their energy. Because unlike bodies that touch and there's a stopping point, there is no stopping point in energy. We interact with each other when we're around each other. And so your thoughts may enter my thoughts and your feelings can enter my feelings. And especially if you're empathic, which most starseeds are, you take on other people's energy. So being alone without people around allows you to first acknowledge your own energy, to know if these issues that you think you need to heal within yourself even belong to you. It also allows you to be gentle with yourself. We are so hard on ourselves. We are harder on ourselves than anyone external can be. When we make a mistake, I know I do, and I am getting better at not punishing myself. When I see that, because I know I'm smart, right? So when you know you're smart, you'd be like, oh my God, I knew better than that. I knew. Because we always go against it. When we go against our intuition, it is the biggest test as a human holding a spiritual body, is to listen to yourself. It is the biggest test. But the thing about when we don't listen to ourselves, we regret it later. That regret is heavier than whatever caused us to regret it. So say that, you say that you knew this butcher down the street, he didn't clean his knives good. You knew it. Your intuition was telling you, you probably shouldn't even be going over there. Don't go over there. Don't do it. Don't even go over there. That butcher, he don't clean his knives. He just be cutting different meats and stuff. Ugh, don't do it. But you're like, it ain't that bad. I'll be all right. Then you get the meat. You go home, you cook it. You get sick. You sick, you in bed for like 3 days. Nobody's home with you. You sitting there. You sick. You thinking, damn, I should listen to myself. I said I shouldn't have went there. I don't know why I did that. You fighting yourself because you didn't listen to your intuition. And a lot of times your intuition, 1,000% of the times, when you know that intuition, that's your first of all, you have to have discernment, okay, on your intuition and your thoughts, just your thoughts or your negative thought patterns and other things. Your intuition, when you go against your intuition, yeah, you sick, but you probably more mad that you didn't listen to yourself than even at the butcher who you knew had the dirty knives. You knew what? You can't be even mad. That butcher been having them dirty knives. You knew them knives was dirty, but you still got the meat. You still ate it. You made yourself sick. That regret is because the reason that regret is so heavy on us is because our lessons here on earth is to trust ourselves above all else. Because God resides in you. So if you don't trust yourself, you don't trust the God in you. You're looking for somebody else to validate you. You asking somebody else to opinion. I did it. I know. I'm telling you, I'm speaking from experience. I've been there where I was in situations where I knew I shouldn't have been in this situation. I shouldn't have been with this person. I shouldn't have been around these people. And then I called somebody, this just don't seem, and they go, oh no, girl, you tripping. And then what I do, because I don't want to listen to my intuition, because I don't want to listen to my intuition. I want to listen to whoever's going to tell me opposite of what I'm thinking. So as soon as I hear that, I go with that. And guess what? You regret it later. I've always regretted it later. There's nobody outside of you that's going to give you better intuition, insight on you than you. See, some of us think that intuition is just a little voice, but the intuition sees everything. Your intuition is the God that sees what's going on over there and why you shouldn't be over there. Your intuition is the one who sees the people plotting behind your back and why you shouldn't be sitting in that circle with them. So when that gut hits you and you be like, and you try to brush it off just so you can have a little fun, you will regret it later. I have never gone against my inner God and not regretted it. And I've gone against it many times early on in my life because, again, I wanted to believe the people around me. I wanted to trust what I was seeing versus what I was feeling. I wanted to trust these eyes versus this eye. And I was big mad when I found out that I was right and wrong at the same time. I was right. What was inside of me was right. And I was wrong for making the decision to go against myself. That's a trust we have to build within ourselves. The only way we get to challenge and build that trust is that things outside of us will become deceptive. And then the inside of us will start to tell us, and we have to decide if that's truth or not. I am telling you this because we're in the age of illusion. Even though we left Pisces age, now we're in the age of AI, where these eyes can be tricked. But nothing can trick your energy. Energy cannot lie. If you trust your intuition, it doesn't matter what's on that screen. Something's going to tell you that ain't right. And the more you trust it, the stronger it gets. It gets louder than the outside voice. My intuition is louder than anything anyone can say to me because I've trained myself over time, over many mistakes of listening to anything external. That's how that became so loud. And it is loud when it needs to be. Most of the time it's quiet because I spend a lot of time in my own energy. A lot of us don't even know what our own energy feels like. We grew up in households filled with people. When we move out, we probably have roommates next to more people, have children, have a husband, have kids, go to work every day. We don't know what our own energy even feels like. There's so many influences going on around us. When I sat in my own energy, there were things I wouldn't even eat anymore. I was like, wow, I don't even like these things anymore. Because you get to be your authentic self when you're in your own energy. You don't have anybody pulling on it. You don't have anybody telling you who you are. You get to define that. That means you get to put in your body what you want to put in your body. You get to look the way you want to look without question. You get to be Just be. Most people who watch my show have lived, right? We have lived through some things. So this is not new information as far as, we have things to do. Life is pulling at us. I get it. I'm just as old as you are. Life is pulling at me, if not twice as hard as most people. I have little ones. I have bills to pay. I got all the same things. But I promise you, I will not spend one day without tapping into myself and making sure and checking on the I in me. Because the world's not going to check on the I in you. Mm-mm. The world don't care about the I in you. It might care about the me, what it can see. Most of the time, it may or may not care about your mind, but your spirit, that's on you. Spirit, divine, wants us to strip away what does not belong to us so we can be who we are. Because how divine made you is necessary. Like how you were built to come here, your energy, the signature that you carry is necessary for this planet, for everyone around you. Like you being you is necessary for me. So I'm selfishly asking you to be you. Because there's something so unique about you. Truly, there's something so unique about you that you were put here at this time to be here with your signature. Because your frequency has its own signature. Mm-hmm. Yeah, can't nobody be you. Can nobody be you? They could try. There's a lot of imitations. Believe me. But they can't be you. Because divine put that energy in you and it's divinely made just for your body, for your myself and your me, your physical and your mind to carry. Don't let people fracture who you are. Taking pieces of you, like you a slice of pizza, and telling you you're not who you think you are. You are everything that you believe that you are and more that you don't even know, that you haven't even tapped into yet. Healing comes because we've lived. Healing is like a necessary part of life. Things will happen. Weapons will form, right? But they will not prosper. Things will happen. You will lose little pieces, but it's important for you to retrieve those pieces because every piece of you is important. You think divine wants to lose a piece of itself? Do you believe that divine does not believe that divine is important? You are a drop in that ocean. Every drop in that ocean is important. They say there's 8 billion people on this earth. If you take away one, there's not 8 billion no more. So that you are important. You are part of the bigger picture. That's why your signature is important. Not for you to be me, not for me to be you, but for you to be you and for me to be me. Because how we were made by divine is necessary right now. And we get back to that by stripping away all the other things that are not divine. All of the other things that were not given to us by the Most High. The things that we don't resonate with within ourselves. If someone's sitting across from you and they pointed out something like, oh, you got a pimple right there. Think about it. How many times we go and look at that dang on pimple all day? You got a beautiful face. You got one pimple and you worrying about that. See, we tend to focus on the small negative things versus the bigger picture. You are the bigger picture. When we put it all together, when we put the big picture together, it's all you. All of us are in our own movies and we are our own main characters, and we're all supposed to be authentically ourselves. I've been fighting my whole life to be myself. Damn. For real. When I was younger, when I was like in elementary school, it was about, I didn't fit in then because I came from the country and then I came to DC from Alabama. So I'm saying things like yonder and y'all but yeah. So I'm fighting to be myself. No, you can't do that. That sounds crazy. You don't fit in here. So then as I get older, it's the way I dress. I'm a little eccentric. I like what I like. Yeah, I wear a glove in the summertime. Yeah, I like this. I like things that are different. But as you get older, people start to, why you dress like that? That don't, because you don't fit what they believe. Now, these are conditionings, though. We, over time, want to fit in. Everybody wants to fit in. That's like some weird mindset that we have to just fit in with everybody else. And of course, we want to be liked. But think about what we are sacrificing for people who don't even like themselves to like us. They're not even willing to be themselves. You like what you wear. You like how you look. You like how you feel until you walk into a room with someone who doesn't, and then they make you feel lower. Stop walking into those rooms. Stop being around energies that do not support you in being you. Every last one of us have our own tribe. People that divine has sent to us or put in our lives that will support us, but we can only find them when their frequency and our frequency match. So stop letting people put holes in your cheese. You are not Swiss cheese. You don't need holes. You don't need to be broken. You don't need to be told who you are or what you're not. Yes, there's a such thing as constructive criticism, but the people who love you will do that for you, and they will do it in a supportive, loving way. They will not try to break you. And you should not try to break yourself. When you make a mistake and you engage with the wrong people, or you take the wrong job, or you do the wrong thing, or you take the wrong turn, forgive yourself. You are human. We are human. We are spiritual, having a human experience. We have to experience what it's like to do the wrong thing. We have to experience what it's like to make mistakes so we can grow. It's not about punishment. Peace, peace. Thank you. It's not about punishment. It's about growth. Yes. And so we make mistakes so we can think about it. Ask any scientist. A part of being a scientist about the discovery is all the mistakes you made. Did you know why they named 409 409? Does anybody know why they named it that? If you know in the comments, just let me know. I'm gonna give you like 1 second and I'm gonna answer the question. But do you know why they named 409, the cleaner 409? I'm gonna take a drink of water and let y'all answer that. She said no, because it's called Formula 409. That was the 409th time that they created it until they got it right. 409. They didn't stop at 1. It had been Formula 1. No, it was Formula 409. It took 408 times to fail. But that 409th time, they got it right. And they put the product out. We are not here to be perfect. We are here to be human. But in being human, we are here to grow. Meaning when we make a mistake, we grow from the mistake. We don't give up. We don't stop making the 409 because we at 55 and the shit still don't work. We're here to make it work. You are here to be you by any means necessary. Yeah, I know. Listen, I found that out, I think in hair school, that was the case. And to me, that's perseverance. Keep going. Always. Absolutely, King Adonis. And shout out to my man, King Adonis. Happy birthday. Happy solar return. Mwah. I love you, Starseed. I do. And your birthday is on my calendar. So it definitely was going off like King Adonis. I kept saying, I was like, I don't have no show with King. Oh, it's his birthday. That's right. Shout out to King Adonis. Happy birthday. But yes, we have to make room to grow. We have to be softer with ourselves. And what's so crazy, we are hard on ourselves and then soft on the people we need to be harder on. Like, get the hell away from me. No. We need to set boundaries with certain people and let the boundaries down within ourselves. Stop being so hard on yourself when you make a mistake. Stop being so hard when you select or you feel like you've chose the wrong path, because there is no wrong path on this path. Everything is a lesson and a blessing. There is no wrong path. Listen, I've been through the worst of the worst. I promise you, when I tell you the story, you won't believe me, but you will, because you know I don't lie. I've been through some of the worst shit ever. And I understand why. Because of growth. It was necessary for my growth. I was comfortable in being who I was. I wasn't ready to be cracked open. I didn't want to be my higher self. I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know that there was a higher me until I had to face the lowest of the low. Without a polar opposite, there is no opposite, right? There is no low without a high. There is no up without a down. And our greatest success will sometimes come right after our greatest failures. So fail, but do it anyway. Do what makes you happy in this life, because guess what? This is the only one you'll experience this time. Yeah, I believe you will probably have more, sure. But this experience that you are here right now to have, go balls to the wall. Go all the way out. Be 100% you. Be weird. Be wacky. It does not matter what people think. If you didn't ask, you wouldn't even know what people thought. Be honest with you. It really does not matter what other people think. It really doesn't. You know what matters? How you feel about you. When you wake up in the morning, how do you feel about you? When you go to bed at night, can you rest your mind and close your eyes with a clear conscience that you were you today? You didn't have to front for nobody. You didn't have to hold back what you really feel to appease everybody around you, because you're not around people that you have to do that for, because you don't have to fake the funk, because you don't have to wear a mask, because you're being you, because you know that what divine made is no mistake, that being you is your higher self. If being you is your highest calling. I know divine did not send us here and say, Rael, you're going to be the best Rael when you get that BMW and you get that house and you got all that stuff. I will be the best Rael when I live divinely guided, when I do as I am told by my higher and inner self, as I move in alignment with divine. That is when divine will say, yes, you're doing this material stuff does not even really truly exist. And we'll talk about that another time. But to think that that is success, when success comes from within, like who you are, the mark you leave on this world. Because we can leave all kinds of stuff behind. But when people pass away, the things that people remember the most is how that person treated them, who they were, the impact they had on their lives, and how they lived their lives. I've heard so many times, we don't speak ill on the dead, but we should also not lie about who people are. We have an opportunity to be who we truly are. And some of us are brave enough to walk this world without a mask on. And yes, we know by doing that, there are attacks. Yes, there will be attacks. People do not like unmasked people. Why don't you got your mask on? Who you think you are, walking around being your authentic self? Sad but true. There are people who do not like when you are in your positive energy, when you are in your higher frequency, when you are within your peace. It's sad. Ain't that sad though? That is sad. That your peace can bring somebody else misery. Be peaceful anyway. That trigger for them is their lesson. What is it within me that makes me so angry when I see this person in their happiness? Why is it that I can't just be happy for them being happy? That is something they need to heal. That's not for you to worry about. That's right. Don't you dare change your joy, give your joy up for somebody else's misery. No, you want to be miserable, be miserable. But baby, I'm going to smile and be happy. I'm going to love. I'm going to be grateful. I talk about my videos that I created over here, but they're made out of love. And if you look at them, they're all surrounded about love. And it's not just romantic love. It's friendship. It's children. It's everything. You know why? When I say I love Venus, because I carry the love energy of the divine. I truly do. In my heart, carry divine's love. And so I don't have to be in love to love. And when I'm in love, I love hard. But when I'm not in love, I love hard. Because that is divine's love. Yes, gratitude is very life-changing. When you show the universe that you are grateful for what you have, it will multiply what you have. But when you have a lack mentality, that's why things start to be subtracted from your life. You don't believe you have enough, you'll have even less than what you believe you have because you're not grateful. And that comes from and that's on every level, Yes, I like a little eyeshadow and a little eyeliner like anybody else. But do I like who God made me to be? It's the question when I put on makeup. And a lot of times I don't put on makeup. I don't have no foundation. I don't wear foundation. But I definitely wear me some eyeshadow. And I think that, the eye thing, I think that comes from my past life, Egyptian life. I just can't go without my little liner. But without it, I'm still me. And that's the thing. We have to learn to love ourselves regardless to what is on this external. Because when you go, this goes. But who you are is eternal. It's forever. The outside is a costume. Dress it up however you see fit. Be you. You want to wear clown? Listen, I told Smart Video Girl, I think Mr. Westbrooks was with us one day, and we were in the store, and baby, they had some dresses with these like jewels, and I was like, I'll be washing dishes in that. I want to go to the grocery store in that. Yes. I want to eat off of fine china while I'm still alive. I'm not putting it in that glass case. What are we doing? Be you now. Love you now. And be your highest expression of you. People may think it's dramatic. That's because they dull. Be you. All shiny parts of you. And if you're dull, be all the dull you. But just be you. Don't try to be shiny if you're not shiny. Don't try to be dull if you're not dull. Don't try to be a fish if you're a bird, and don't try to be a bird if you're a fish. You're going to die. Because one can't live in water and one can't live in the air. We're not meant to be each other. We're here to support each other. We're here to learn from each other. We're here to be inspired by each other. We're here to motivate each other. But we're here to be ourselves. And that way we can just be. Just be. The simplest things in life are the best. Honestly. You know, my fantasy of like a great day would be like be on a farm, right? With no shoes on. Not on the farm like where the animals at though, like on my grass, right? With no shoes on, walking out there. But on a farm with the animals, eating food that I grew, sitting around like a campfire or a bonfire outside with my friends and family and laughing, talking about the things that happened while I was, shucking corn, or, while I was over there feeding the chickens and doing this with the horses. I fell in this, and girl, that was so funny. And oh my God, that was hilarious, having a good time and eating and enjoying each other's spaces. Like that doesn't require a cell phone. It doesn't require a car. It doesn't require external anything. It just requires love, happiness, truth, self, grounding, friends, friendship, wholeness. The best things in life are free. The thing about it is they didn't took that and put a tag on it. Be that person. Be the person you would want to sit around a bonfire with and have laughs with. Be that person. And your tribe will come to you. Heal those parts of you where someone lied to you and told you weren't enough. You are. You are more than enough. You are enough for this life and the ones after. You carry everything that ever will be and ever has been before within you. How can you not be enough? Other people's lack is not your problem. Me too. A good bonfire with some good friends around, like good friends. Not nobody trying to sacrifice you, push in. But no, truly. Like good times, man. That's what it's all about. That's what this life is really about, us sharing these times and growing together. All of the negativity, all of the need and the greed and the lust and the want, all of that stuff, it comes from a lack mentality. A lot of times the negative, if you look at the negative, is really something that is lacking, that it really is needed in the positive area. But they're leaning more into the negative. So when most people who lust, there is a lack of love for self. There's a lack of the positive, so they do the negative. And that's why it's important to act like we're not. I know we're not perfect. No one is perfect. But the healing is necessary so that you can live your authentic self, and you're not living your wounds. You're not living your trauma. You're not living your past. You don't want to keep telling that story over and over again. Don't let that be your story. Let that be your transformation. Let that be the reason why you move on and forward and become better. Don't become bitter. Don't let it become your anchor. Don't get stagnant. Things happen to all of us. Bad things, good things, sad things. This is an experience we asked for. It's called the human experience. It includes all of the emotions. You wanted to feel all the feels. Have any of you seen City of Angels? One of my favorite movies with Nicolas Cage, Meg Ryan. I know y'all, some of y'all be like, it's not a pro-black movie. I watch everything. I watch everything. Anyway, City of Angels. If you've not seen it, it's a great movie to watch. Nicolas Cage was an angel. Meg Ryan was a human. And he fell. He came here so that he could experience the human experience. Hold on. You hold on. Cuzzo. I'm about to call you by your government name. Cuzzo. Please watch it. City of Angels, okay? Okay, what song did I say? Because see, I be saying stuff, I'm channeling. So what song was that? Tell me what that song is for your birthday, because I'm going to make you a birthday reel. I don't even know what I promise. So when this is spirit, I promise you. Yeah, I'm not surprised that you haven't seen it, because I'm really not. City of Angels. Oh, okay. Thank you. All right. So yes, so that movie, City of Angels. Think about this. As a human, right? We decide to have this human experience, knowing how beautiful everything is in the spirit world, how we can be free and love, and there's no hatred, no this, no that there. We made a choice to come here. So in the movie, he had to fall to come to earth, to become human, mean forward. That Batman had to fall from real high up too. Basically, he had to kill his angel self to become a human. All of that sacrifice just to come here and have a human experience. To experience all of it. And he did. And I'm not going to give away the movie since my cousin didn't see it yet. But he experienced all of it. The love, the pain, the grief, the happiness, all of it. You are angels who came here. You are divine drops, spirit, that came here to have the human experience. And it is all of it. It is the grief. It is the pain. It is the happiness. It's the sorrow. It is the loss. It is the birth. Because death and birth come hand in hand. So when you signed up to live, you also signed up to die. When you signed up to have a happy experience, you also signed up to cry. It's all a part of our journey. Because we didn't want to just be spirits knowing one thing. We wanted to know it all. Just like divine knows all, we are parts of divine that wants to know. And in wanting to know, we have to have the experience. How do you know grief without going through something that makes you grieve? How do you know happiness without going through something that made like the opposite? How do you know one without the opposite? You don't. You don't. Everything would be, if there was no sadness, then happiness would just be norm, right? Everybody just be normal. This is just, I've never been sad before. Oh, here's another one. Cuzzo, have you seen The Invention of Lying? The Invention of Lying. Great movie to me. It was a great movie. Think about if you live somewhere, if you were born in a place that nobody's ever lied before. They've never told a lie. Everything, oh my God. It's a good movie. Invention of Lying. Yes, please do. Please do. But that's okay. So nobody could tell a lie ever. Never told a lie. And I'm just gonna give you this piece because this is the beginning of the movie. So you'll have to get through the whole movie. I'm not gonna give you the whole thing. But listen, so no one's ever told a lie before. Meaning you go on a date. So this guy, he was going on a date with this girl. He really liked her. And she was like, so you think we'll ever get married? She was like, no. He was like, why not? She said, because you have a pig nose and I wouldn't want to have children with someone who looked like you or something like that. But she was just being honest, and he didn't take it. Everything, there was no lying. So it wasn't like, I'm going to take it personal, because what else is she going to say besides how she truly felt, right? It was messed up, but it was the truth. It was how she felt about whatever, right? And so that would to me be like heaven, right? Everything is just truth, all truth. No variables, no beliefs, because belief has doubt in it. And then one day, this guy, the guy that was dating the girl, he goes to the bank, right? And he's at the bank counter and he does not have money for his rent. He cannot pay his rent. Some crazy things happened throughout that day. They showed you. And he went to the bank counter. And while he's standing there, the lady says, oh, my goodness, the system glitched. Can you tell me how much money was in your account? And he never told a lie before, never even knew what this was, but just he told her the amount of money that his rent was. And it was like, where you like say $2,000. And then, she was like, oh, wait, hold on. The system just came back up. And she opens up the system and it says, oh, wait. It says here you have only $200. Well, that must be wrong because you say you have $2,000. So I'll just put this, boop. And boom. That was the invention of lying. After that, he was like, what? So this man was able to experience something that everybody else wasn't able to experience, was lying, right? He learned a lot of lessons from that. And I say that to say that, if you've never seen the movie, go see it. But we're not perfect. We're not supposed to be perfect. We're not angels in heaven. We are divine beings having a human experience. So sometimes things are going to happen. We may tell a lie and have to learn from that lie. We may, do these, we may take the wrong road and have to learn the right road. We may, I don't know, whatever you do that may be wrong for you, but you learn from it, then you are going to grow. The problem here on earth is that we get caught in the lesson. We don't learn from the lesson. We allow the lesson to take root in our garden and grow into its own entity. And now we are that lesson. And we are in a karmic cycle of relearning the same lessons over and over and over and over again because we refuse to get the fruit off the tree and then chop it down. Right? When that grew, when that karmic energy grew, whatever energy you learned, the lesson you had to learn grew in your garden, the purpose was for you to get the fruit off the tree and chop the tree down. But people start to nurture the tree, then the tree keep growing fruit. Now you're realizing the fruit that you were supposed to get from it was the first harvest. It was ripe. But now you're getting spoiled fruit. Why is that? Because that tree was never supposed to be there. You weren't supposed to invest in the lie. You wasn't supposed to learn from whatever it was. And some people invest in the lie. And then they wonder why their whole life is just going to, again, we have to realize that we are here to learn lessons. So when things happen and we make a mistake, we have to learn from the mistakes. We cannot become the mistake. This is a saying I used to say, you can fuck up, but you can't become a fuck up. There's a difference. You ever met somebody, you be like, yo, they always, yeah, that's them. That's their energy. That's the energy they carry. You can make a mistake, but don't be the mistake, is what I'm saying. Don't let your whole life become the mistake that you made. Learn, grow, and continue on. And you do that by looking at what was in you that made you go down that path, why you went down that path, what you needed to learn, and then you move forward. And that's the beauty of the life that we're living right now. So I thank you today for tapping in for this midday motivation, a little healing, a little advice to heal all levels of ourselves. Know that divine is within you, continuously rooting you on, wanting you to win. Even when divine is the one putting the challenges in front of you, divine is rooting for you. You know, we get mad, we're like, why is this happening to me? Why are you doing this to me? Listen, you ever ran track and your coach keeps putting up those, what's those things you jump over? I can't even remember now. Oh my goodness. But they get higher and higher. And it's not because your coach wants to see you trip or fall. It's because your coach knows that you can push yourself further and further, and you can hurdles. Each hurdle gets higher. Each lesson gets a little harder as you elevate, but it's because you can do it. Your coach believes in you, and that's why your coach raises the bar for you. To raise the bar is to say, this is too low for me. Yes, I can do this, but I can do even more. I can go further. I can be more me. I can be more authentically myself. Push yourself to be yourself, no matter where you are. Yes, I understand we gotta sometimes switch it up at work. Hello. But truly, if you ever met any of my coworkers, I rarely switch it up. I kind of keep my clothes the same. I know I don't wear this, but I definitely don't be trying to be uniform to everybody else. I gotta be me. I just gotta be me. I mean, I can't wear this to work, but I be me. I've had people be like, yo, you just be dressing. But listen, my boss never complained because I get the work done. Okay, you gotta be you without judgment. Because a lot of times we judge ourselves before anyone else does. So again, don't judge the authentic you. Just be the authentic you. You'll start to love her or him just like divine does. You know, I used to be afraid to get older. I did. I used to be like, man, I don't want to get old. I don't want to get older. I don't want to get older. But what's the alternative? So I do want to get older. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. So embrace it. Embrace you in all stages, in all ages, in all knowing, in all unknowing, in all of your ignorance, in all of your knowledge. Embrace you. Because every stage is you. When you didn't know it was you, when you did know it was you, all of it is you. Don't punish yourself for what you don't know. And congratulate yourself when you do finally know. And then move as if you've always known. And keep it moving. That's life. Thank you so much for tapping in for this very special midday motivation. I hope you're motivated, and I hope that you know that divine loves you truly as you are. And there is nothing that you need to change about you except for the way that you see yourself. You are divine in human form, enjoying the fun house. As wacky as it is, you signed up for it, all of it. So enjoy. I love you, star seeds. Have a wonderful rest of your amazing moon day. And Let me see what you say. What you say? You're very welcome, Cuzzo. And I'm glad that you tapped in. I really appreciate y'all tapping in. I'll be doing more of these pop-in middays because I feel like that's where Divine is leading me over the next few days. Because I have some space in between shows. And so I just been feeling motivated to come here. This is my safe and loving space. I love Pronoia. I really do. And I love you too, Cuzzo. I love you so much. And I love you all, Starseeds. So thank you again for tapping in. Enjoy the rest of your day. And of course, I'm gonna play some music. What we gonna play today? Cuz, do you got a favorite song? Cuz y'all know you be here all the time. Do you have a favorite song that I be playing or something? If you do, let me know. I don't even know what to play no more, y'all. I'm gonna give my cousin a second to let me know since we just about to close out anyway. If you don't have a favorite, it's cool. We'll find something. Anyway, Pronoia means the universe is always conspiring in your favor, no matter what. Enjoy the rest of your day. I love you and stay ready.
Took the stones and built an empire. They asked me how you come about the smoke not smelling like fire. They say that life can be a bitch, so I made her my wife. I fell in love with this adversity and learned how to fight. Look, you don't know what wholeness feels like until you've been empty. You learn you've always been enough by the time you had plenty. Sometimes you gotta lose it all just to find yourself, to realize you had it all when you was by yourself. Cause I was down bad, got up in my bag, now I'm up again. Had to recognize who the fuck I is, had to run it back, ain't no fumbling. I hear you niggas mumbling, but you don't speak my lingo. So focus on my numbers, that they lining up like bingo. I done been through some shit that I probably never speak about. I done seen some lows that the pastor only preach about. I done did some things that some niggas only think about. Wrote this on my heart so nobody else can. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready. They ask me what I'm on, I just say my throne. Remember who I was, baby, welcome home. I've been in my zone, asking how I feel, great. Hungry for everything that's on my plate. When you stay ready, you ain't gotta wait. If you all you got, then you know what it takes. Why y'all niggas love to play? I get too much fucking grace. Had to choose what I won't take. If you drop me, I won't break. Baby, I'm built from the magic, I'm godly. Fuck around, finding out I get it poppin', I get it choppin'. Yeah. Cause I done been through some shit that I probably never speak about. I done seen them lows that the pastor only preach about. I done did some things that some niggas only think about. Wrote this on my heart so nobody else could. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready.
Learn to cloud surf while never leaving Earth. 10 toes firmly planted in the dirt for what it's worth. See my life flash before my eyes a couple times, so I'd be lying if I said I don't believe in the divine. For reasons we can't find, the truth will probably blow our minds. This energy in the universe send chills down your spine. Had a talk with a goddess about human design. Pull my coat to how I need to get my chakras aligned. Gotta break some bad habits, it's addition by subtraction. Move away from bad actors trying to leech off your action. It's the laws of attraction, gotta see it before it happens. Gotta believe it with a passion, then receive this beautiful madness. Find a pattern in the chaos, their assessment was way off. You build it from the ground up, you own it, so ain't no layoffs. Your energy is equity, cashing on your day off. Hope to reach a couple souls, it's all a part of the payoff.